Silence. My child, come closer. Did you truly believe that the echo reverberating in the most fragile corner of your spirit, that question throbbing like a wound, will I ever be enough, was a secret to me? Every time you measure your worth with the world's yardstick, every time your heart shrinks in comparison, it is as if a thorn pierces my own heart, for I formed you without measure and dreamt of you without comparison. You have not arrived here by your own seeking. I have called you by name from the midst of your noise. I have summoned you to this sacred encounter, because you are not an accident, nor a rough draft, nor a flawed piece. You are my masterpiece, my beloved child. And I have not come to offer you a word of encouragement. I have come to unleash a river of my truth, so powerful it will forever drown the desert of your doubt and make blossom within you the certainty of who you have always been to me. Now, before the cascade of my healing begins to flow, you and I must seal a covenant in this moment. This is not a request, it is an invitation to spiritual warfare, an act of faith that will shake the very foundations of the lie that has imprisoned you. I want you to take up your authority right now. Go down to that space below my words, that place where courageous souls leave their testimony, and I don't want you to write. I want you to legislate. Use your hands as an instrument of heaven and engrave this decree, not just on the screen but in the eternal records. Write with the conviction of the warrior I created you to be. My worth is not up for debate. I am the beloved child of the King. Do it now. With every letter you type, a chain of self-contempt rusts away. With every word you form, a wall of insecurity cracks. All of heaven pauses to read your declaration. The angels record it as a testament to your reborn faith. This is not a comment, my child, it is your cry of independence from the kingdom of doubt. And if, in this moment, your spirit recognizes my voice, if you feel you have finally come home to the spring for which your soul has thirsted, then do not leave. If this message resonated with your spirit, join our community of seekers by subscribing to Mind and Heart in Harmony. We share guidance like this to strengthen your journey every week. Let me take you into the heart of my beloved Leah. From the time she was a little girl, the world sent its thieves to steal her identity. They didn't take her toys, they tore pieces from her soul with words disguised as truth. Your brother is the smart one, she'd hear at the dinner table, and a spark of her genius would dim. Your cousin has the face of an angel, they'd say at family gatherings, and she learned to hate her own reflection. Your friend was born with the gift, they'd whisper, and she buried her own talents under a tombstone of shame. Those were not just words, my child. They were sentences. Each one was a cold brick that she, with her own small hands, used to build a fortress around her heart. She grew up to become the architect of her own prison. On the outside, she was a masterpiece of human effort. She graduated with honors to silence the ghost that called her not so bright. She sculpted her body and perfected her smile to compete with the beauty she was told she lacked. She collected achievements like a soldier collects medals, hoping the weight of the medal would finally tip the scales in her favor, that anyone would declare her enough. But in the thundering silence of her nights, when the makeup was washed away and the applause faded, the ghosts of her childhood would return to her cell. The echo in the hallways of her soul was deafening. Not enough. Not yet. You're missing something. You're a fraud. You didn't make it. One night, after a celebration where everyone praised her success, Leah closed the door to her home and the mask shattered. She slid down the wall to the floor, not with silent tears, but with a heart-wrenching sob, a groan that came from the very womb of her wounded being. She asked nothing of me. She accused me. Staring into the darkness of the ceiling, she cried out with the last fiber of her strength. Where were you when worth was handed out? Why did you make me like this? So irredeemably incomplete. And in the silence that followed her cry, in that total emptiness of her surrender, I chose to manifest. The temperature in the room didn't change, but a sacred warmth began to melt the ice in her veins. There was no blinding flash, but a golden luminescence, the same I used to paint the dawn, began to well up from within her own chest. The air grew thick, heavy with my presence, and I spoke to her. Not to her ears, but directly to her spirit. I took her by the hand and led her on a journey. Not to her future, but to her genesis. I showed her the cosmos before time existed. I showed her my hands gathering stardust and whispers of eternity. And there, on the loom of heaven, I wove her. I showed her how I celebrated with a thunderous joy the moment I decided on the exact shade of brown for her eyes. I let her feel the delight I felt as I designed the curve of her smile. I showed her the gifts I placed within her, not talents for human applause, but keys to unlock heavenly gates on earth. A capacity for compassion that could heal nations, a loyalty so fierce it would humble my warrior angels, a resilience that could make gardens bloom in the desert. And then, leaning over her trembling soul, I whispered the truth that would nullify every lie. Leah, my little one, they measured your worth with earthly rulers, but I created you with celestial measures. The world told you that you were lacking because they cannot see that I made you a complete universe. I do not love you for your achievements, which are but an echo of the glory I placed within you. I love you for your essence, which is a direct reflection of me. You are not incomplete. You are mine. And because you are mine, you are, have been, and will be for all eternity. My definition of perfect. That night, my child, Leah did not win a trophy. She became one. The walls she built did not just fall. They were pulverized into the golden dust that now carpets her path. And for the first time in her life, Leah took a breath, and the air that filled her lungs was not oxygen. It was the peace of knowing she was whole, not by the approval of a blind world, but by the eternal adoration of her Creator. Now I want you to stop. Silence everything around you and listen closely, because I am about to turn on a light in the darkest room of your spirit. That venomous hiss that accuses you in the quiet. That voice that disguises itself as your own logic to tell you that you are lacking, that you don't measure up. It is not you. You have lived with this parasite of the soul for so long that you have come to believe it is a part of you. But it is not. It is the echo of a slammed door, the ghost of a wound. The memory of the first time the world looked at you and, instead of marveling, measured you. It is the sonic scar of rejection, the chilling shadow of comparison, the abyss of abandonment. And behind that echo hides the thief of destinies, the enemy of your soul, whose sole purpose is to steal the most valuable possession you have, the unshakable joy of knowing you belong to me. His strategy is a masterpiece of deception. He has sold you a lie so devastating it has defined your every step. He has made you believe that my love is a prize to be won at the end of an impossible race, that my affection is a trophy given only to the sufficient. So he has put you on a spiritual hamster wheel, running, panting, striving for a finish line that he himself moves every time you get close. He whispers, when the scale shows that number, then you will be worthy of love. And when you achieve it, he says, but look at her skin, her hair, you're still lacking. He lies, when your name appears on that list of successes, then you will feel my pride. And when you reach it, he accuses, but look at those who went higher and faster. He deceives, when that ring is on your finger, when that person chooses you, then you will be complete. And if it happens, he sows doubt, will you be enough to keep it? It is a celestial fraud. Because sufficiency, my beloved child, is not found at the altar of achievement. It is not acquired, not earned, not deserved. It is received in the simple, miraculous act of being exactly who I designed you to be. You have made the most human and painful mistake. You have mistaken the temporary applause of man for the eternal adoration of your Creator. You have mistaken the price the world puts on you for the infinite value I gave you. You have mistaken the labels of others for the identity I sealed in your spiritual DNA. Listen to me. I did not call you to be perfect. That is the exhausting religion of man. I called you to be mine. And that is the glorious freedom of heaven. In my kingdom, your areas of weakness are not sources of shame. They are the designated sites for my greatest miracles. Your cracks do not devalue you. They are the fissures through which my light can enter and shine out from within you. For my power does not seek your strength to manifest. It finds its ultimate expression right in the center of your fragility. So do not move. Do not dare to leave. Because at the very epicenter of that wound, in the heart of that pain you have tried to tear out, I have planted the seed of your greatest purpose. And I am about to reveal the treasure the enemy has tried to keep you from ever finding. Enough. Silence now every other voice. That of the accuser, the critic, your own past. Incline the ear of your spirit, not to listen, but to remember the eternal truth with which you were forged. Before your parents gave you a name for this world, I had already spoken your eternal name in the courts of heaven. And that name was, is, and always will be, my beloved. Before the air of this earth first filled your lungs, I had already breathed into you a breath of my own spirit, weaving into your very DNA the exact purpose for which you were dreamed. Now lift the eyes of your soul and behold the majesty of my creation. Do I command the stars to apologize for not being the sun? Do I demand the ocean contain its depths to mimic the stillness of a lake? Never. Every galaxy, every wildflower, every snowflake sings a unique and perfect note in the symphony of my glory. And you, my child, you are not just another note. You are the main melody. You have held my word in your hands and read it like an instruction manual or a code of laws. What a painful mistake. The scripture is not my rulebook for you. It is the beating of my heart for you, bound in a book. It is my passionate love letter written across centuries with only one recipient in mind, you. And in that letter, when you read the words, made in my image and likeness, Genesis 1 verse 27, do not read it as poetry. Hear it as the thunder of an irrevocable foundational decree. It does not simply mean you look like me. It means I have placed within you a signature of my divinity. You carry in your spirit an echo of my creative power, a reflection of my sacrificial love, a spark of my eternal glory in a way that not even the highest angels can bear. That is why your value is not a stock that rises and falls on the world's market. It is not affected by people's opinions, your bank balance, or the number on a tag. Your value was set in eternity. It was priced in the only currency heaven deems priceless, the precious blood of my own Son. And hear this, let it resound in every empty space within you. He did not go to the cross for a future, improved version of you. He did not die for the you will be when you are finally enough. He stretched out his arms and died for the you that you are in this very moment, with your doubts, your fears, and your imperfections. His sacrifice was not a down payment for you to complete the rest. It was the cry that tore the veil and declared the debt paid in full. His, it is finished, was your declaration of, you are enough. A master's painting does not ask the critics for its worth. Its value is intrinsic to the artist's signature. My child, look at your life. In every cell, in every heartbeat, in every tear I have counted, there is my signature. And I, the artist of the cosmos, the king of eternity, the God who calls you by name, look at you now, and I do not declare you acceptable. I do not declare you a work in progress. I declare you before all of heaven and all of hell my masterpiece. Finished, complete, glorious. Now breathe that truth in. Let it saturate every fiber of your being. Because with this truth as our foundation, you and I will enter the place of your wound together. Not to remember it, but to redeem it. Prepare yourself, for the river of my healing is about to overflow upon you. Now come with me. Leave the shore of your mind and immerse yourself in the depths of your spirit. Close your eyes. This is not an act of blindness. It is an act of absolute trust in me. Inhale deeply my presence, which right now saturates the air you breathe. Exhale the noise of the world. You are not alone. You have never been. At this moment, my legion of warrior angels forms a sacred circle of protection around you. No fear can touch you here. You are on holy ground. Now, I ask of you an act of immense courage. I want you to take my hand and walk back in time with me. Do not go alone, I will light the path. Ask your spirit to show you the root, not the branch. The first cut. The first time the poison of insufficiency entered your system. Visualize that moment. Do not fear it. I am with you in that memory, holding you. Was it a word as sharp as broken glass? A look of disappointment that froze your soul? A comparison that sentenced you to always feel one step behind? Do not analyze it. Feel it one last time. Feel how that lie anchored itself in your chest, like a heavy stone that has forced you to live with less air, with less life. Feel that oppression. Acknowledge it. Name it. Do not hide it from me any longer. Bring it into the light of my presence. Now, look at me. Not with your physical eyes, but with the eyes of your soul. I am standing before you, and my arms are not just open, they are yearning. My hands, the ones that cup the oceans, are extended to you. And in them, you can see the scars from the nails that already paid the price for this very pain. With the power of your intention, I want you to materialize that wound in your hands. Is it a sharp stone? A piece of cold, rusty metal? A poison thorn? Give it form. Feel its texture, its weight. All the pain, all the shame, all the tears. It is there, in your hands. Now, Very slowly, extend your hands and offer it to me. Give it to me. And as you do, let your spirit cry out with mine. Father, this thing I am holding is not me. It is a lie I have carried. I give it to you. I return it to you. It no longer belongs to me. I place it in your healing hands. A power-filled pause. The music swells with a note of release. Feel the instant my fingers touch yours and I take it. Feel the immediate release in your arms and your shoulders. The weight is gone. It has vanished. And watch what I do with that wound. I do not keep it. I expose it to the incandescent light of my holiness, and before it, it disintegrates. It turns to stardust. It becomes nothing. And in the void it has left, receive. Open your hands now clean and light. I am not giving you an idea. I am giving you my essence. Feel me pour a golden oil of healing over you. It is my own spirit filling every crack, every fissure, every microscopic wound in your soul. Where there was a lie, I now engrave my name. Where there was pain, I now plant a garden of my peace. With your eyes still closed, I want you to see yourself as I see you in this very moment. Look at yourself. Do not see your reflection. See my creation. I see you standing, no longer bent by the weight, but upright, clothed in an authority you did not know you had. I see you bathed in a light that is not borrowed, but emanates from your own restored spirit. I see a crown of resilience upon your head. Where you see a scar, I see the golden seam of a miracle. Where you see a mistake, I see a lesson that has made you wise. Now come closer. Let me whisper the foundational truth that nullifies every lie, past, present, and future. Hear my voice resounding in the cathedral of your being. You are my beloved child. And in me, you have always been more than enough. Breathe that truth in. Let it become your blood. Let it reorder every cell in your being. Because the treasure the enemy hid in your wound was this. Your feeling of insufficiency was the treasure map leading you to me. Your desperation for approval pushed you to seek mine. Your unquenchable thirst has led you at last to kneel before the only spring of living water that can satisfy you forever. Now, open your eyes. But do not open them to the same world you left a few moments ago. The world has not changed, but you have. The healing has not begun. The healing has been decreed. The divine transaction is complete. Your identity has not merely been remembered, it has been reinstalled by the power of my spirit upon the throne of your heart. Listen closely, my beloved child. Your sufficiency is no longer a distant summit you must climb. It is the holy ground upon which you now walk. It is not something you seek, it is the authority you now carry. You do not ask for it, you radiate it like a heavenly fragrance. Therefore, what I give you for this week is not a piece of advice. It is not a task. It is an impartation of power. A warrior's commission for your spirit. Every morning, before the first email tries to dictate your value, before the first voice on the news tries to sow fear, before the reflection in the mirror tempts you back to old judgment, you have an inescapable divine appointment. You will go to that mirror. And you will not see a woman trying to improve. You will see the face of royalty that I have always seen. You will look directly into the eyes of my restored creation, my living masterpiece, and with a voice that makes the foundations of doubt tremble, you will unleash your decree. You will speak to your own soul, to heaven which applauds you, and to hell which now fears you, and you will declare, I am the beloved child of the King. My identity is non-negotiable. My worth was sealed in eternity with royal blood, and no earthly opinion can alter it. The lie of insufficiency is hereby, and every day, revoked from my life by divine decree. I am more than enough. Do this not as a routine but as a holy rebellion. And then watch. Do not wait for a feeling. Expect a shift. Watch as anxiety bows to the peace you now carry. Watch as confusion dissipates before the clarity of your purpose. Watch as the atmosphere of your home, your work, your very mind, begins to submit to the atmosphere of the kingdom you now manifest. You are about to discover that when a child of the King remembers who she is, she doesn't just change her life. She changes the world around her. Your healing journey doesn't end here. I, who know the map of your soul, know the exact next word your spirit needs. The video you see on your screen now is not an algorithm's suggestion. It is a divine appointment. Trust my guidance. Tap the screen and allow the masterpiece of rebuilding your world to continue. I have so much more to tell you. I'm waiting for you there.